welcome to a new video here on my channel, Emmy's VIP Life. Feel free to like, subscribe, share this video, and feel free to check out my Instagram. Me and my mum decided to go to Kirby Hall. So it's an estate near Corby. And some of it is like an old ruin kind of thing, and some of it has kind of still got roofs and you can go in there as like a proper room. So that was really good. And also it had quite a lot of accessibility stuff. So it had an audio guide that we could use while going around, so I could actually listen to the history the entire time we were going around. So even though I might not be able to see some of the things, like the marks on the stone that the stonemasons had left, or the emblems of the person who first had it built, but I could listen to the history about it through the audio guide. So I was so pleased that that was there. And I think it made it even better. Yeah, so we're going around. So first we were in like the courtyard that had basically where you would, if you were visiting, that'd be where you'd enter the estate. And kind of, you can see like the remnants of like the left and the right where you'd have lodgings when we came to visit. So that's quite interesting. And then you kind of went in the main entrance bit into the Grand Hall, which is where they would then receive the guests to the estate. For example, James I, who was the James VI King of Scotland and James I of England after Queen Elizabeth died. He visited Kirby Hall 9 times, so I found that quite interesting. And so again, there were some rooms downstairs, so like you could go into, as I said, the kind of Great Hall, and another room next to it where it kind of told you more about the history of it. And then there's another room that you go into which is like what would have been the billiard room, and and it was really like nice and bright in there. So there's lots of windows, so that was quite good. And I went upstairs, and actually the stairs weren't too bad because they were very straight. They had a stone banister. They were a little bit uneven, but you'd expect that in a kind of older house. But yeah, they were really good stairs, really accessible. So I went up, and the first room we were in was the Great Chamber, which again would be where they would kind of receive more formal guests. And there was a thing on the wall that said, before you're allowed to continue, you have to show off your best dance moves. So me and Mum had a bit of a dance in the Great Chamber, and there was a throne as well, so I sat on that and we took some pictures, so that was good. I quite enjoyed that. Then we went to the next chamber, which would be where they had kind of music and stuff. And then there was another chamber where you could go into and you could see kind of across the grounds where the old village used to be before it was created into gardens and the house. And there was like a board where you had, it looked like the king and the queen, but you could put your face in it. So me and Mum both did that, so that was quite fun. And then also there was what would have been like the kind of most formal bedchamber that the main king or queen or like most important guest would stay in. And they'd made up like a wooden bed. So again, I kind of laid on that and got some pictures. So it was really good. And then after that, we went back down some stairs. The second lot of stairs was still really good. There was a stone banister and they were pretty straightforward to navigate. But it did curve around, so I had to make sure I was on the right hand side where it's slightly bigger rather than where it went narrower, because that would have been harder to navigate. And yeah, so then I went into the gardens. That was all good. I made a bit of a snail trail on the gravel with my guide cane, so that was quite funny. And we were able to get a photo of me with the house in the background, so that was really cool. And also there was live peacocks on the ground, so I was able to go up and actually see them up really close. And actually also another accessibility thing, we found a large print like guidebook with all the information, like a large print information book for all the rooms upstairs, so that was also really helpful. We did have the audio guide, so I could still listen to it, But also my mum read me some of the bits that was in the large print book, and I was also able to read it as well. That's another thing that in terms of accessibility was really good, and I was really impressed by that. So all in all, it was a really good day. My mum really enjoyed it and I really enjoyed it, and I'm so pleased that it was as good as it was. And actually the weather held up for us as well. So it did rain, but not until we'd left. So it held off long enough for us to have a great time, both looking at the house and the grounds that surrounded it. So, as always, thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.